The name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear.
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads, along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Saturday, October 21st races, second to last day of the
Winding
season.
down.
We do have a bit of rain in the forecast. Was sloppy as of taping
I'd
the
say
track.
a lot of rain in the
Get
forecast.
your muddy horses or sloppy track or wet track horses picked out throughout the afternoon. We do have 8 races on tap today. We will have 8 races on the Sunday program. There'll be 4 stakes races tomorrow, as well as a marathon race.
Yeah.
So a lot of excitement tomorrow, but still some very competitive races on the Saturday program.
Good field sizes too. Yes.
You know, we did and that happens at the end of the year though, when you get maidens running with winners, you get fillies and mares running with the boys. And once your race doesn't go, you jump in. Horses that are running for $4,000 run for 8 if their race didn't go. So that's what you get. Fields filling up a little bit, which is great though. So they get their last start of the year. All right, start off with the Saturday opener. Race number 1 got a field of 7 $4,000 claimers going 6.5 furlongs. I ended up on the 5 Jackson Teller. I don't love the horse, but I think he might be the horse that might get the lead in here.
It's a tough race. It's a tough race to find somebody.
There's, Prince Hotel on paper, and his resume is by far the best of any horse in this race, but he just hasn't been on the top of his game throughout the entire 2017 season. So I just tried to beat him with the 5 Jackson Teller, who has been sporadic in his activity, or in his wins anyway, but
he's on form.
He at least he keeps running. When he doesn't win, it's because he got chased or something didn't happen favorable for him out on the pace scenario. But I don't see a lot of speed in here. The one has no speed. PB Wold has speed. I just think Jackson Teller's going to be sitting a good trip, laying second. I think he'd be pretty tough. So I went to him to win it. Prince Hotel for second, and I put the 3 Ambidextrous Duke for Jim Brown, who's on fire right now, in for third with Stewie and our good buddy Rob Stewart.
Yeah.
But, I went 5-4-3.
I don't know much to add. I flip-flopped the top 2. I mean, just because it's a sprint. If it was going long, I would have
Jackson Teller's tough
been more in your boat with Jackson Teller. But because it's a sprint, I went to Prince Hotel. Scott Williams picks up the mount. Scott riding very good right now on his return to racing. And just the 5 wins at the distance, that's what got me more than anything. Prince Hotel on top of Jackson Teller, I agree with you. Jackson Teller's going to be very tough. Richard Hamill, he's just on
everything
fire right now. Is he ever? 29% win average this season. He's had a lot of impressive seasons in the last 5 years. This one, even more exceptional.
Yeah.
And so Prince Hotel on top of Jackson Teller. I threw in Street Map in the 3rd spot. Another one that wants to go long. But another horse.
Him out. I shouldn't have probably. I should have had him on.
Another one that shows up. It was between him and Ambidextrous Duke for me. I went the other way. I went to Street Map. Just a cool horse that always shows up for Trainer John Snow. 4, 5, and 1 for me in the opener. On to the second, Baby Time. 2-year-olds going 6.5 furlongs for a claiming price of $16,000. Field of 7. I went to 1, the horse with the longest form in here, My Grayson. Very good race last time. Just got beat ahead by Hasari. That was after he's been, tackling Stakes Company, Jack Down Futurity, maiden special weights. Got in for $16,000 for trainer Pat Jarvis, who's heating up here at the end of the meet. Was a heavy favorite, just missed by a well-met Mighty Mick out of the Remy Lumsden barn. We'll see him on Sunday. By a length of 3/4. A lot of times you see these horses, they take the drop down. It's a heavy favorite, they get beat, but then they come back and win. That's what I like about My Grayson. I got him on top of Red Buffalo. Another one's been in the Futurity and maiden special weights. Last time he ran for 16, only got beat a length running second. Back in for 16, he should be tougher. Put him in the 2nd spot, and I threw in Hasari, Pat Jarvis's other horse. He was second in that same race last time, behind Mighty Mick, actually ahead of his stablemate My Grayson, but only by a head. Blinkers go on, Scott Williams go on, 1, 3, and 4 for me.
Yeah, I put the Pat Jarvis runners on top. I agree with Mike Grayson. This horse did all the fighting on the head end.
Yeah, he
22
did all the heavy
flat,
lifting,
45 and 4. And, did lose to a stablemate Hasari at the end for second, but still, this horse did all the running.
Hasari had an easier trip for sure.
Ran a great race on the class drop, and I got to follow Mike Grayson back. I agree with Hasari, and I put the 6 Asp in the mix.
I know. I left out the Phil Hall runners, and Phil Hall, our leading trainer,
Buffalo, I can see too. But I think it's 1-4. I think the Pat Jarvis runners are really dangerous here in race number 2. On to the 3rd race. Got some 62.50 claimers going 6.5 furlongs. I see a lot of speed in here. I see Silent Eagle going, Creus, Bluegrass Angus, Seeking Asylum, Red Rock Concert. There's 5 horses in here that want to be near the lead, and that's got to play things out nicely for Shooting Jacket on the big class drop. If he runs, he's going to be tough to beat here for 62.50.
Yes, he is, yes.
And I got to take him to win it. But the 5 horse Seeking Asylum, pretty impressed with his return run. It was just his first race since the claim. He hadn't run since August, and still gave a good account of himself. Just ran into a very good and hot Adams River run. He hasn't lost a race this year. Just one of those horses that's just been on a roll, has a lot of speed, and Seeking Asylum couldn't get near him. But Seeking Asylum ran, I thought, a good enough race to be pretty dangerous in a second run off the layoff. And I put the 3 horse Creus in for third. I went 1-5-3.
I don't have a whole lot to add. I'm with you. I think this race really sets up well for Shooting Jacket as if it has to. I mean, taking a big drop, 2 starts ago he was in stakes. Last time he was in, or two,
a little alarming
3 starts ago.
The sudden drops. The sudden drop to 16. I thought it was sudden to 16.
Yeah.
And this is quite alarming.
Then he ran 4th behind Burnham, Colterbury. The odds are good.
Yeah.
Any of those would be the favorite in here. Shooting Jacket will be your favorite. Doesn't need the race to set up for him. He's a better horse, but I think it does set up for him. And that's even better. I got Shooting Jacket on top. I threw Bluegrass Angus in the second spot. Another one taking a drop from that same 16. There is other speed in here, but I just think he's tougher than the other speed. Yep. So I put him in second, and I threw Creus in the third spot. Just a horse that's going the right direction right now. 1 for this price, 2 back. Good second behind his reward last time, Scott Williams Rise. 1-4-3 for me in the third. On to the fourth. 4,000 non-3 event for boys, going 6.5 furlongs. Field of 8 in here. I believe, 8, not another page. I went to the 5 Brother Brian in here. A horse has found tough spots throughout the year. Broke his maiden for 25 earlier on in a dead heat with Musaka Chef. Optional 35 with Driller. Optional 25 with Soul Cat. Only got beat a couple lengths by Salzburg. I mean, he has found tough horses. Even when he went down to 8 non-3, all under control. Peace Arch beat him. Like, these are salty horses. Now in a straight 4 non-3, which he's actually out of condition. He's a non-2, but he gets Richard Hamill. All systems go for me for number 5, Brother Brian. I threw the other brother, Rod, in the second spot. Just got beat a length and a half last time as the heavy favorite in this event. Battled every jump of the way on the head end. I don't think he has to have the lead. I think he can lay off it. There isn't a ton of speed in here, so if he chooses to go, he can go. It does give Mario Saunders options. Brother Rod, and just a horse that shows up for this price, has to be dangerous. In the second spot, and I threw Ebony Warrior. Been off since 1st September, but only got beat a length and 3/4 by Silent Eagle, Awesome Cause, Hot Barn, Glenn Todd, Scott Williams. They teamed up for a winner last weekend. And Glenn Todd going great guns. What is he batting? 20% right now. 5-1-6 for me.
I have the same 3 horses. I like the brothers, Brian and Rod.
I think
those are the horses.
Those
Brother Brian on the class drop. If he doesn't win, Brother Rod should win. It looks like there is a bit of speed in here. Got the filly Mrs. Sport.
She goes.
Boys. Barkeeper has some speed. Brother Brian has speed. If Brother Brian gets too interested in a pace duel with the filly Mrs. Sport, then Brother Rod will be dangerous. And it also brings Ebony Warrior into the race as well. I agree with Drew. I think 5, 1, and 6 year horses here in race number 4. That does conclude the early pick 4. Then on to the start of the late pick 4. As we do have 8 races on the Saturday program. Got a field of what do we got?
9 in here.
A bunch of them.
3 pages.
I know we got
3-pager.
We got a few 3-page races this week, which is great. 9 $4,000 claimers going a mile on the 16th. The 5 Fleming's Beach is, I think, your horse to beat. He's just finished winning going along. He's speed, and I don't see a pile of speed in here. I mean, Lady Cash, the filly, Power to Believe. Just go without blinkers, but definitely going to be speed. I just think Fleming's Beach is going to get a good trip and be pretty dangerous again. But the 1 horse, Rosie's Notice, who did win sprinting last time, took advantage of an outside bias and a closer bias that day on October the 8th.
Running down Rock Concert,
ran down Rock Concert. And I put the 6 Ace Deuce, who got down on the inside, which wasn't the place to be last time. If you notice anyone down on the inside on October the 8th, please do give them a little further look. They were not on the best part of the racetrack. And
As we saw in Rock Concert, Rock Concert probably should have won that race.
Yeah,
he's
the best sprinter.
Really laboring.
Labored down the lane. And you saw horses race after race after race.
Yeah.
It kept happening, and it was really, you don't need a hammer to hit you on the head to figure out that there was a definite outside closer bias that day, and that's what I just think Rosie's Notice really prospered from that. Not that he's going to get overbet in this race, but I mean, I went 5, 1, and 6. I think Fleming's Beach is the best horse in here. I think those are your 3.
I went to Talkett's Charm. I went to the outside.
I just didn't see a ton of speed. That's my only word.
I know,
But he's the best horse. You're right. He's one of the best horses.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there can be some kind of space. When they go long off the grid, should be some kind of speed. Lady Cash goes. Fleming's Beach is going to be forward. I'm hoping there's enough to set him up. Just because he's such a cool horse. He won 21 races. Didn't really fire going a mile and 3/8 last time, but now he's back to a distance where he's won 11 races, going a mile 16th. As you mentioned before, Jim Brown going great guns right now. Sahin Savachi's having a great fall.
Yeah, him
meet
too. He's going great.
I got Talkett's Charm on top of off the grid. I don't mind off the grid going back, going long. 1 is 4 and on 3 comfortably 2 starts ago for trainer Mel Snow going long. Then he's got to a sprint. I don't think he's as dangerous sprinting. Now he goes back, run a mile 16th. 3 starts going a mile 16th. He has 2 wins and a second. He's right there every time, and he has the services of leading rider Richard Hamill. And I put Rosie's Notice in the second spot, as you mentioned. A very nice win sprinting last time. That's not his game. 5 of his 6 wins lifetime have come at a mile 16th. And Scott Williams rode him perfectly last time. Another well-timed ride, and he could be right in this. I went 9, 2, and 1 in the 5th. On to the 6th. 4,000 non-2 going a mile 16th for 3 and up boys. 10 of them, another 3-page race. No clever pick here. Fedosov out of the Mike Anderson barn. Our friend George Morgan owns this 4-year-old son of Smart Strike. I think he's only run long a mile 16th twice in his life, but the last time he did, it was in a maiden special weight here. Only got beat a length and a half by Soul Cat, Handsome Chef. Those are tougher horses. Then he's facing today at this $4,000 non-2 level. The non-2 fits him perfectly. Hamill, Mike Anderson, top connections, all systems go for Fedosov. I picked him a lot this year. I'd be foolish not to pick him in for 4,000. I got Fedosov on top of Torniador. Just got beat by a head last time. He did all the heavy lifting. There weren't crazy fractions, 24 and 1 and 49, but he was pressured the whole time. And he's just a cool horse that's always in the mix. He's getting in light with Lenny Cicheron, and I could see him just being part of the try. So I have him in the second spot. And in the third spot, I put the 4, Humphrey Ladd. Another Mike Anderson runner in here, coming off a good second behind a big dropper in Slicky Boy last time. Slicky Boy was the best bet on the card, and he proved it, winning by 3, but Humphrey Ladd was comfortably ahead of the third horse. And he's not done great going long in the past, but those were considerably tougher races. He went to the 4,000 level, and he's a horse trending in the right direction. I think going long now, he's going to be much more dangerous. I went 6, 5, and 4.
Yeah, Fedosov obviously on paper is like miles the best in here.
Should be, yeah.
But still, 4,000 is quite. You see a horse taking that significant tumble in class, you must be wary, and please do go, if you're at the track, go look at the horse in the paddock.
But you're also, it is also last weekend, so you're seeing more aggressive moves across the board.
Yeah, no, because the 8 didn't go. I know there was an 8 non-2, non-3 that didn't fill, and maybe he was in the 8, but still, the horse is miles the best. He just, on paper, he must win by 10 in here, and he's going to be dangerous. I put the 4, Humphrey Ladd, and this 3, Chase the Money in behind. But I agree, Fedosov, he's probably going to put away Torniador. He's going to put away my boy Seamus, any speed horses, and I think you might want to look at some closers, maybe to complete the exacta or the try or something, maybe Fishing on the Fraser. But I did put the 3 and 4.
Yeah, Fishing on the Fraser could be a live long shot.
Yeah, just to get it, because he does have the off-base running style that might be able to. And Riemann Rally Cap.
Good in the mud, too, isn't he? What's Fishing on the Fraser? Yeah, he's running well in the mud in the past, got a good wet number.
Good to see Sheena Ryan in town, too, from Toronto.
That's right, yes.
Sheena Ryan's riding the 10 Rally Cap Rudy. She's actually riding all weekend. And got quite a few mounts, but Sheena, a very nice rider down at Woodbine in Toronto, and here for the weekend. Great to have her on board. But I went 6, 4, and 3 in race number 6 on the 7th race. $4,000 claimer for fillies and mares, going a mile on the 16th. I see quite a bit of speed in here. The 2, Extramarital, no doubt, best horse on paper. The 1, Halloween Queen, second best horse on paper. They have the same running styles, though, which kind of bothers me a bit. And you have horses like Arbonier Rose that goes to the front. You got Bullet that likes to show speed, and the outside horse, Winning Edge, wants to be prominent early. And it's got a point me to the 4-horse Amidiva 2, who is your best option for an off-the-pace horse. She hasn't been in top form. Obviously, hasn't won a race in a while, but still might get the needed pace scenario and she's done well on wet tracks in the past. So I don't mind Amidiva 2 maybe to upset the 2 Extramarital. Who is the best? I'm not a big.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to beat Extramarital, but I mean, if someone does, I think it might be the 4 Amidiva 2, and I put the 8-horse Winning Edge on the class drop for third, 4-2-8.
I went with Halloween Queen. This is. I mean, it's so close to Halloween, Mike.
I know. I kind of.
It's going to be the 21st. It's only 10 days away from Halloween. It's a maiden horse in the fall, going long, getting over a wet track. She's only run over a wet track twice. One of them was in the Sadie Diamond Futurity last year. Another one was in a maiden special weight. So hasn't really had a fair shot over a wet track. But generally, these foals of Rob's Spy Acceptable are very good going long and very good on a wet track. And she's never ran the distance. I think she gets better stretching out. She's had a good year. So I'm going to take a flyer. I'm going to try Halloween Queen to defeat Extramarital. As you mentioned, Extramarital just looked very good.
Best
beating
horse in the race.
Colleen's Diamond and the Star to Be, tough horses.
Last time, and the time before going along, she got cooked on the pay, or she did
right.
the cooking. I mean, there was another horse out there, and she just chased
she was with her
and chased.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Still held on well.
Come back last time under Aaron Greiner and looked very comfortable winning. I get Extramarital in the second spot. Who did I put in? I threw Winning Edge.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, she's live in here for Mike Anderson, Richard Hamill. Always dangerous Richard Hamill, Mike Anderson connections. 1, 2, and 8 for me. In the 7th, onto the nightcap, a 16, non-3 for boys. Going a mile, 16th, field of 7. I went to the 6 here, Sunset Drive. Just got beat a neck last time, going a mile, 16th by Power Corrupt. On the HPVA day. Got a 70 buyer. That's a standout race for me going a mile 16th. Now in for 16 in a non-3. I mean, Power Corrupt's going to be one of the favorites in the BC Classic on Sunday card. So Sunset Drive for me is a best bet of the day kind of horse. I got Sunset Drive on top of the 3, All Under Control. If anybody upsets it, could be All Under Control. He's only tried this distance once, though. That wasn't the Ascot last year, so you can forgive him that. He is bred to run longer, but it's best. I mean, all his races this year have been short, so it'll be interesting to see how he does on the stretch out. Again, Richard Hamill, Mike Anderson teaming up. I don't want to leave him off the ticket. And who did I put in for third? Good as they get. Tough horse from Mel Snow. Just won this condition 2 starts back. Then last time got beat a couple lengths behind Kermode and Catch Me. Now he gets to go long, too. Another one that hasn't had a lot of success going long in the past, but was running in considerably tougher races, and his siblings have stretched out well. 6-3-5 for me in the nightcap.
Yeah, I like the 3 All Under Control. I agree. Sunset Drive.
You're not going to Sunset Drive?
No. All Under Control. Well, you lost the Power Corrupt last time, and you know who All Under Control is a full brother to?
That's right.
Power Corrupt.
Gonna upset the party again.
And this horse really improved with the blinkers on last time, and his speed, and proved he can run. I think he can run all day. I mean, just the first chance to get to go along, as you mentioned, since the Ascot.
The Ascot, yeah.
And that wasn't a true indicator whether he can go long or not. Yeah. He can go long, and finally they're going to give him a shot at him on the 16th. That'd be pretty dangerous. Sunset Drive definitely, his resume is very good. He's been in this condition before, and he's won.
He's won it,
and he's been beaten
going
in it. He's won at it, but still, Sunset Drive is very live. And I put the 4-horse Always Sunny in for third. He did run last weekend. That's my third horse. He had a lot of trouble in that Kermode race. Didn't set up well for him. I thought I'd give him a shot.
Yeah, he was just ahead. I went to Good as they get. They were just ahead apart last.
But there's no speed in this race. I just think All Under Control get the lead through pretty moderate fractions anyway. I went 3, 6, and 4 to close out the Saturday afternoon program. That'll do it for an analysis of the Hastings card. Next up on screen will be a quick recap of our selections. Back in race number 1, I went to the 5. Jackson Teller. I'm going to go 5, 4, and 3. Race number 2, I had to go to the favored number 1, My Grayson. Over the 4, Hasari, a Pat Jarvis exactor, hopefully. 1, 4, and 6 in race number 2. Race number 3, I went to the 1, Shooting Jacket on the big class truck. Going to go 1, 5, and 3. Race number 4, I went to the 5, another class drop. We're seeing a lot of them today.
Yes.
Brother Brian to defeat Brother Rod, 5, 1, and 6. Race number 5, I went to the 5, Fleming's Beach. Over the 1, Rosie's Notice, and the 6, Ace Deuce. Race number 6, another big tumbler and down the claiming ladder. That's Fedosov. I'm going to try him over the 4, Humphrey Lad, and this 3, Chase the Money. Race number 7, I went to the 4, Imadivia 2. Hopefully, it's kind of a trip handicap play here. Just going to hope it's a pretty good pace. I'm going to go 4, 2, and 8. And then the 8th and final, I went to the 3 horse, all under control. Another pace horse. I think that horse might have a pace edge. I'm going to go 3, 6, and 4.
On to my selections, there we go. Back in the first, I went to the 4, Prince Hotel, looking to get his first win of the year after winning 5 last year over the 5 and the 1. Second, I agree with Mike, number 1, My Grayson, over the 3 and the 4. The third, again, I'm with Mike. Well, there's a lot of droppers today, so we're on the same horse. I mean, Shooting Jacket looks like a handful in here over the 4 and the 3. In the fourth, number 5, Brother Brian, over the 1 and the 6. In the fifth, I went to the deep closer, classy old horse number 9, the 11-year-old, Talkett's Charm, over the 2 and the 1. In the sixth, me and Mike agree on number 6, Fetisov, over the 5 and the 4. In the seventh, I went to the 1, Halloween Queen, over the 2 and the 8. In the nightcap, I went to the 6, Sunset Drive, over the 3 and the 5.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Just a quick reminder, if you're can't make it out to the track on Saturday, please do. If you're in the South Surrey area, get out here to the Derby Bar and Grill. We got lots of simulcasting as well as live racing. Hastings on the big screen.
And we do still have a few spots open for the Breeders' Cup. So if you want to reserve for the Saturday Breeders' Cup, phone us here at 604-536-2978. Friday, we are taking reservations for as well. It's more of a seat-yourself event because people are working naturally, but you can make reservations for the Friday. Naturally, this is a great spot, best spot to watch the Breeders' Cup here at BC. Yeah,
it's only a couple weeks away. That's amazing. It's coming up pretty quickly.
We run this weekend. We get one weekend off. Of course, our very popular handicapping contest returns next Saturday, a week from this card. The week after is Breeders' Cup, so it's fast approaching.
All right, on behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Handicappers Corner for closing day at Hastings. Right. That is Sunday, October 22nd, closing day. We'll see you next time here on Handicappers Corner for those races.